Here's your ingredients. Although I can't imagine what kind of drink uses this stuff.
Oh, it tastes just as extreme as it looks. Popola's the only person I know who can handle it. Anyway, tell Popola I'll have this stuff sent over to the village as soon as it's ready, okay?
Got it.
Sweet.
A drink with a lizard's tail inside certainly sounds impressive.
Yeah, Popola's really something when she starts drinking.
Surely you jest.
No joke. Once she got so plastered, she practically destroyed the shop. Knocked down a wall and everything.
Does alcohol affect Devla in the same manner?
Devla's more of a lightweight. If she has even a little, she starts acting all cute and meowing like a kitten.
Aw.
Devla? For true.
For true.
For true.
Alcohol is a fearsome chemical indeed.
I want to see Devla and Popola drink now. Now I definitely want to go back to village and tell Popola that the drink will be made for her.
You seem to be in good spirits.
Oh, I am. My new flower shop is already far more successful than I ever dreamed.
Really? Well, great.
I was in trouble before, but I think I've got a good foundation here. In fact, I want to ask my girlfriend in the area to come live with me here. It's the least I can do after all I put her through. The only problem is I don't really have time to go all the way over there. So I was thinking of sending a letter instead.
Sure, I can accept that.
Sounds like it's time sensitive. Want me to deliver it for you?
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Oh, he is sure. This lad loves nothing more than meddling in other people's affairs.
Excellent. Well, my girlfriend lives near the chief's house. Give her this Phrygia with the letter, okay?
Obtained letter to a faraway lover.
I really wanted to give her a lunar tear, but as I'm sure you know, the whole reason they call them legendary is that they're so hard to cultivate. But I did manage to cultivate a Phrygia. She's always liked Phrygias, so I guess things turned out for the best.
Cultivating lunar tears must require a remarkable amount of work.
Yeah, even so. It's nice that guy works so hard to be able to invite his girlfriend out to join him.
Yeah, especially from the Airy to Seafront, that's a huge upgrade.
Hey, are you the kid who ran away from home?
Huh? Oh man, how'd you...
Is it that?
Your father's worried sick about you. Why'd you leave anyway?
Because he wants me to, like, take up the family business. And I ain't doing it, man. I'm a rebel.
Oh, you're a rebel, man? That's sick, dude.
Yes, we can see that. Well, perhaps you should let your father know that you're alive and well, and also explain to him why you left.
Oh man, why do people always gotta hassle me? Yeah, alright, I'll do it. But first, you gotta do something for me, man.
Why?
The guy who runs the tavern's been helping me since I got here.
Oh.
I wanna give him something nice.
Yeah, alright.
I was thinking I could, like, cook dinner or something, but I don't have any ingredients or whatever, so, yeah.
If it'll get you back home to your father sooner, then fine, I'll help. What do you need?
This guy, man, he don't eat nothing but fish. All the time, every day. Fish, fish, fish. So I was thinking he might, like, want to try eating meat or whatever. You know, for a change. So could you give me, like, 5 pieces of mutton and 3 pieces of goat meat?
Yeah, that's actually an incredibly reasonable request.
I can find the pans and spoons and stuff, so just bring the meat to his place whenever, man.
Looks like we've got everything the runaway kid asked for. Let's go make the delivery.
Surely the woman desired to live with him, did she not?
What?
Well, probably, yeah. But he wasn't able to make it happen. That's why he left her in the village.
It would have been difficult, yes, but perhaps preferable to a life of solitude. Why did they not think about how much time and distance would separate them?
It doesn't matter anymore. They'll be able to see each other just fine soon enough.
Let us hope this is the case.
I've about had it with the lighthouse lady.
Okay, one of the... My mission's supposed to be over here.
Goes to the tavern my no good.
But none of these people need it. Maybe it's one of the... dock workers? Uh-huh.
Damn. I still don't have enough inventory.
What's the problem?
Well, I'm trying to get into the trading business, so I'm stocking up on the essentials.
You mean like selling local products to faraway lands?
Not products so much as raw materials. With every nation running out of the basics, I figure it's a great way to make a killing. But right now, I don't have a source for materials, and it's driving me crazy. If I could make just one transaction, I could get this thing off the ground. But I don't have anything to offer. It's a real, conundrum.
Conundrum is a lovely word. It should be used more.
I wouldn't mind getting some materials for you to sell.
Seriously? Well, that would be great.
What do you need?
It's a pretty big list, so you might want to write it down in that floating notebook of yours.
Yeah, my floating notebook. Weiss.
I need 10 bundles of wool, 5 lumps of natural rubber, and 10 goat hides.
Oof, that's probably gonna take a while. Is that okay?
Take your time. That'll give me a chance to set up shop and fill out forms and the like.
Yeah, 10 wool, 10 pieces of goat meat, or actually, what, I need the whole list again. Wool, natural rubber, goat hide. Yeah, we're nowhere close. Bring it to the tavern keeper. Okay. But I could have sworn, like, what mission did I get from Davila? I don't know. What's in here?
My leg's still...
Okay. It's this guy. Speaking of which, I did see on my map that the lighthouse lady wants something. So I gotta go return to her. Out of the way, old people!
Hi, are you the guy who's taking care of that runaway?
Runaway? What are you talking about?
It would seem we've been bamboozled.
You've gotta be kidding me. Seriously? Still, I guess we can tell his father he's alive at least.
Wait, but what about the materials? Because, I mean, the runaway kid's just chilling out in the area over here. So why'd he send us on this bamboozle of a quest? He's gone now. The boozle has been completed. The wizard man has left. What happens if I use a carp as my bait? Okay, this is going fast. It's a plant again, dude. This game is robbing me. Okay, it's not the lighthouse lady that wants something.
Hey, you gotta help me out here. You just gotta. I'm having serious girl trouble.
Alright, and what do you need?
See, there's this girl that I'm pretty wild for, so I asked her out. But she won't even consider it unless I take her to a really nice restaurant.
Really?
That seems rather demanding.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you're dodging a bullet and you should just avoid her.
She really appreciates the finer things in life. First-class places for a first-class lady. She's so cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Everyone has their own tastes, I guess.
So, what do you want?
I tell you, there isn't another girl out there as high class as mine.
Did we even get a quest? Okay. Well, I think we're going we're going back now. I thought I could have sworn I got wheat from this area. We have 4 of it.
Care for some...
That's fine.
Thanks for your...
It's fine. We'll find more wheat eventually. See, the problem is that I also have to fight my memory. That's why it's so important to me to actually be doing some of these side missions as soon as possible. Because otherwise, you say like 3 or 4 hours pass, I go into a merchant shop and I completely forget, oh yeah, I need wheat. Yeah. Ugh. Beastbane. Equip the best words. This camera angle is so bad. Bessie! Weapons magic level 2. Martial arts, physical strength +6. What does that mean? What can I do for that? Martial arts. Yes, here we go. Actually, would these be physical strength be worth it for this? Yeah, sure, whatever. If only I could ride a boar everywhere. We'd complete missions so fast.
Hey there. Your son come back yet?
No, I haven't seen him. Where could he be?
He's in Seafront. Or he was, until he ran away again.
Oh, crud. Let me guess. Did he tell you an elaborate story and then ask for help? That boy is... well, he's a bit of a dirty liar. I probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah, that would have helped.
So that whole story was a setup. He sent us on a wild goose chase and then gave us the slip.
Since I cannot imagine you letting this go, perhaps we should return to Seafront. There may still be a lead or two left to pursue.
Good idea. We can't let him get away with this. What's wrong?
How can a son bring so much despair to his family? He seems completely ignorant of the pain he has caused. It's deplorable.
I love it when you sound like a grumpy old man, Weiss.
Perhaps I only sound that way because I have existed since time immemorial.
How old are you anyway?
you know, I'm not exactly sure.
They say memory loss is a sign of old age.
Ha!
Well, it's still preferable to being a deplorable liar like that son.
You do have a point there.
Apparently, you can sometimes...
Oh, not you.
Which job should I give you first? I've got a job from the postman in Seafront. He needs your help with a personal matter. I wrote down the client's location on your map.
Okay.
Dang, I don't see...
Well, we just did a bunch in Seafront, so, like, I'm not going back there immediately.
Here's your fertilizer.
Oh, thanks. Sorry to make you go all that way. Here's the money for the materials and a little extra for your trouble. And here, take a bulb and a pack of fertilizer. You'll be amazed at how fast these things grow.
Tulip bulb, bounty fertilizer. Sure. Oh, your field has been expanded. Well, okay.
Make sure you stock up on this.
Oh, look at all these maps. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes.
Come back anytime.
We've got some nice materials in stock.
I can buy wool if I wanted to, but I'm in no rush.
Thing.
Does this person sell wheat?
We've got some new items.
They do.
Come.
All right, now the next time I go back to Seafront, I just need to get 10 medicine or medicinal herbs, and we will be set for that mission. I should go see Popula first. Maybe we'll just jump to the singing outright.
Poor girl.
Oh, that was actually a new one. Yonah was in bed, but she could still hear Devila singing. Devila singing is pretty nice. It goes really well with the music that plays.
Hey, Popola. The tavern's got your drink.
Oh, that's great. Let me get Devila and then we'll head on over.
Yay! Give us the duet that we've been craving. No!
Such an unusual sound. I feel like I could listen to this song forever.
There we go.
I hear that. Funny how she can't sing it unless she has that crazy drink, huh?
I don't know where that song comes from, and yet somehow it feels oddly familiar. Oh, so beautiful. Reminds me of back when I was a lot younger, it does. Prettier, too.
Yeah, this is nice. Bringing those sisters back together. Nothing could ruin this moment. We're letting the song play out as much as it can because we did a lot of work for this. And ending the song so early just feels wrong. This also gives me a chance to grab some water. Alright, water grabbed. I'm gonna have to go back and, like, listen to some NieR songs after this playthrough and compare things. Okay, we're gonna have to cut you all off. It feels rude to be the one to end the song.
Well, that was fun. Hopefully it won't be so long until the next time.
Thanks, guys. Lovely singing.
Heavens, what a thrill. I had no idea those two had that in them.
Me neither.
The quest, the Battle of the Twins, is complete. Nice. Well, you know, in comparison to your Automata, so far we don't have nearly as much despair. Not yet, at least. So far, things have been very calm as we go about our quest. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Airy first. And then make our way to the Forest of Myth. Whoops. That was an accident. It was an unnecessary kill. Get out of here, bats! I don't need to deal with you right now. You think these guys have loosened up yet? Like, maybe there's one or two villagers who are actually willing to talk with us? I don't know. Whoa. I feel like I see someone over there. Where's Kaine? I mean, I guess she just won't follow us into the village.
It's over. It's all over. And that poor girl. Finally saved the village.
Oh, you guys, y'all are now a little less anal about Kaine? That's good. See? There's a glowing light down there at the bottom. Is that a purse next to it too? No, it's just an item. He said that the...
Kaine's a good person, once you get through all the weirdness.
She is. Here we go.
This must be the place the florist was talking about.
You think she stepped out?
Perhaps she moved. It doesn't look like this house has been occupied for some time.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, no point hanging around. We'd better go back to town. Shame she wasn't there.
Indeed.
Guess you were right, Weiss. They should have stuck together.
I find it difficult to determine who is right at this point. In any case, we had best return to him.
That's a shame. Okay, you know, maybe there's a little bit of despair going on. Just not for the main character. Ah, what the fuck? Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Oh, I tried to defend against that one. Oh. Oh shit! I have to destroy the head!
The shade had a flower?
Oh.
This is a freesia, the same flower we were delivering to the woman.
Uh-oh. Maybe his girlfriend was attacked by a shade.
Oh. That's dark. Attacked by a shade and the shade just waltzed off with the flowers? Eey. Well, we're not trying to go back to Seafront, so that man's just gonna have to not know about what happened to his girlfriend for a while. Maybe she tried to leave to go after him. Alright, let's see what's going on with this forest of myth. Why is it so important? And why didn't they want to talk to me earlier? They had a perfect chance to just be nice to me. Instead, they just stood there, saying nothing. You there. Are you the mayor of this town? Okay, then.
The words? What do you mean?
I guess they're falling into some kind of trance.
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
There's a new sensation on my screen. What the fuck's going on with the text box? Why his voice rose in a quizzical way?
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at GaLm Weiss.
You can speak to me. I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words. But before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Whoa! Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes.
Said the
I think
mayor.
you have.
Oh.
In other words, we've caught the Death Dream?
Before the mayor could confirm GaLm's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous, preposterous, completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the Death Dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who GaLm had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Contagious words. GaLm and Weiss racked their brains but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations. conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
Weiss is getting bullied by the game. The anger created by his harsh words bled over to GaLm like a contagion. Wait, said GaLm suddenly. Did someone say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words? What was it? It was about dreaming or something that dreams, or oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Weiss suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, GaLm's face suddenly lit up. I remember! Those who dream! That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this time, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at GaLm. That sounds right, he said as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along, but I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took a hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked out all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. GaLm nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said GaLm, just ask. No, hold on. I did not just say that. Silence! Cried Weiss. The Grimoire looked from GaLm to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god. You're right. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called out at the departing forms of GaLm and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As GaLm slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? GaLm's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood in everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging GaLm to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, GaLm snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. GaLm leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can the stupid forest be so big, he muttered to himself. The moment the words trembled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. GaLm slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss! What's going on? GaLm could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as GaLm's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree. Shack. Chicka. Woo-ma! What is going on? Woo-ma! Chic. Okay. As the insect symphony dived another decibel, GaLm began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. The answer, is a secret. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, GaLm sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret, right? The sound of the insect stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before GaLm like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased at passing the test, GaLm moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said GaLm after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, GaLm picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. GaLm grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight. Sunlight! A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and it reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Weiss softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look! Cried GaLm, awaking Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, Weiss, isn't it? That's weird, isn't it, Weiss? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? GaLm walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began GaLm, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, and end the night with 3. Isn't this an age puzzle? GaLm tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Weiss, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said GaLm. Well, at least it's an easy one. You are a man. A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried GaLm. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It'll make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As GaLm watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When GaLm and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the two, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it! You actually made it back! His left hand grasped GaLm's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge it from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. Gah! By the heavens! Stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. GaLm withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as GaLm filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. GaLm cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. GaLm and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Weiss. It is words that control the Death Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time I felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they woke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Oh, GaLm shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, the mayor said in an odd voice. We did it! I'm back! He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village and I wanted to... Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at GaLm and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some time to get used to, said the mayor as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I'm sure, said Weiss. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on his unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's histories and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legends say that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Oh. GaLm and Weiss could not contain the surprise. It seemed a gold had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss. This is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, GaLm mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. I saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. GaLm tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyways, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the Death Dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Or it does, and it means you saw me when I first came to the forest. Or it's a meta thing and talking about how different versions of the gamer shows up, or it's an in-game thing and we do show up at this place later on because of a time skip. GaLm gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words, and what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Ugh. Dark execution. Summon magical spikes on the ground to impale enemies. Hey!
Now I can finally
This is one of them.
I know.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink it, Weiss.
What about the other people? Are we gonna have to go through their dreams?
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Enter this village's dream? Oh, Jesus. Okay. I am willing to go through the village's dreams and solve their riddles, but before I do that, I'm going to take a slight break and get myself some food. Be right back.